We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
Vegeta. Saiyan Prince, former warlord, current defender of Earth. There is no single label that contains the scope of who he is, which makes him one of the most unpredictable beings I've ever assessed. His evolution is defined by conflict, but not just with others, with himself. Rage sharpened into pride, pride weathered into guilt, guilt masked by competition. He was raised to conquer planets, trained to see compassion as weakness, and taught that his worth was measured by how many lives he could erase. And yet, he changed. But change built on pride is always conditional, and that pride, that core, is what makes him a permanent variable. Vegeta is not evil, but he is one bad day away from rewriting what hero means on his own terms. He is faster than sound, stronger than steel, more durable than most terrestrial physics can measure. He can fly, manipulate energy, and destroy entire regions of land with a thought. His power grows with every battle. His will is not just strong, it's relentless. And unlike most threats I've faced, Vegeta welcomes a fight. Conflict is not a burden to him, it's a language. A way of proving he still matters. He has died and returned. He has killed and repented. But that pendulum swing has a cost. The right loss, the right insult, the right threat to his family. And he could erase a city before remembering it even existed. The line between protector and destroyer is razor thin, and Vegeta's heel is always on it. Tracking him is difficult but not impossible. He trains in isolated mountain zones, hyperbolic environments, and extraterrestrial locations with no atmospheric signatures. I've seeded micro-drones across high-altitude zones near West City, linked to seismic and gravitational sensors tuned to key spikes. When he powers up, reality around him bends. Temperature spikes, wind reverses, wildlife vanishes. That's not training. That's warning. Satellites calibrated to detect anti-gravity pulses tied to his energy output report directly to the Batcomputer. I don't watch him constantly, but I always know when he changes. Confrontation isn't strategy, it's insurance. My focus is containment. Vegeta's pride is both a shield and a weakness. He won't tolerate manipulation, but he will take a challenge. If I ever need to stall him, I'll create a fabricated rival. A fighter said to be stronger than Goku, deadlier than Frieza, with a vendetta against Saiyans. It won't need to be real. It just needs to feel personal. That will draw him out. While he chases the ghost, I'll deploy EMP-based suppression grids around Capsule Corp to ensure no tech feeds into his fight. I don't want Bulma or Trunks caught in the storm. He protects them. That gives me leverage. Not against him, but in how I isolate the battlefield. What do you think, Alfred?
He's not a villain anymore, sir. But I believe you're right not to rely on his peace. A man whose pride is built on proving himself will always see the world as something he must dominate to feel whole. That's not evil. But it's not safe either.
Exactly. I don't plan to imprison Vegeta. I plan to redirect him. If I sense instability, I'll deploy Project Horizon, a controlled artificial environment simulating planetary threats. Think of it as a pressure valve. He enters, he fights, he wins, and he burns out whatever fire might have otherwise gone unchecked. If that fails, I escalate, radiation fog grenades laced with synthetic kryptonite, not to weaken him but to distort his energy control, disruption fields tuned to his key frequency, sonic bursts that mimic the frequency of Goku's voice, a distraction that will trigger his instinctual drive to win. He'll hesitate, and hesitation buys time. If all else fails, I'll deploy neural inhibitors designed for extraterrestrial physiology. They won't stop him, but they'll slow reaction speed by milliseconds. In a fight with him, milliseconds matter. If he powers up to God-level forms, I initiate Protocol Dustfall, a battlefield sealed within a gravity chamber calibrated to increase weight by 10,000x normal Earth pressure. Only I can deactivate it, and only once he's down. If I die before it ends, the chamber stays sealed until Goku arrives. The only person he'd actually listen to. Maybe, if he crosses the line, I will bring him down, not because I hate him, because he would do the same to me if our roles were reversed. That's who Vegeta is. A weapon looking for the right reason to stay holstered. But weapons get nervous when the world forgets to fear them. I don't forget. I plan. He is power with a pulse, an empire compressed into one man. And all that power, all that rage, hidden behind a scowl and a promise that he's changed. But peace held together by pride is just a glass wall. Eventually, someone throws the wrong stone. In 5